Jess. If you haven't been here before, I do beauty-related stuff, which is why you're clicking on this video right now. I also do makeup reactions, music reactions. I mean, I guess I do makeup reactions too. That's not accurate. Music reactions and gaming content. Words. Okay. I also stream on Twitch. Let's stop in and watch a Twitch clip real quick. Words. Oh my god, words are...
Towards oxygen.
Yes,
it is
me, Abby.
Inside O2.
It's not me, Abby. I bet my Pat McGrath and my Giorgio Armani fucking foundation on it.
Oh no! Abby, no!
Abby, no! Oof.
Chat was straight up telling me it was Audra.
Oh, no, you don't look at chat.
Hopefully, I can get my words correct throughout the rest of I almost said stream. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's gonna be a ride. So I've seen other people do this video. I cannot remember who I've seen. I don't remember if it was Angelica Neekfist or someone else. I'm pretty sure it was one of the YouTubers I watch that does a lot of like indie brands, but the names are escaping me. I can't even like picture a face right now talking about their 2020 beauty purchases overall. Not a ranking, just talking about the purchases made and if you like them or not. Yeah, I don't remember who I saw do it first. If you know somebody who did it, feel free to post it in the comments. I definitely bought a lot through 2020. Some beauty adjacent stuff. I bought the Hollow Taco nail polishes. I definitely don't have all of them, but yeah, they're pretty great. I definitely, I don't know if you'll be able to, maybe pull it back here and zoom in for it to focus. Yeah? It looks like it's focusing. I definitely enjoy the sparkly shades, and I love this black. Their one coat black, I'm not wearing anything right now, but their one coat black is fucking fantastic. The only thing that I can say that I don't really like is the base coat. This is supposed to be the long-lasting base coat. I almost wonder if I had a production error and they gave me the peel-off base coat, because when I use this, the entire nail will pop off. Like, you know how she does her peelies? Like, literally, the entire nail polish pops off in one piece within a day or two of me putting it on. But if I don't use this, these things last great. I can still get to the point where they'll kind of pop off, but it lasts longer. It takes longer to do it. And they'll usually chip before they just start, like, peeling off in one piece like they do if I try to use this. So if I'm only gonna wear my nail polish for a day or so, then I use the long-lasting base coat, which doesn't make any sense, but that's been my experience. But I absolutely fucking love, like, all of the unicorn top coat things. Ugh, love them. I would love for them to have more colors. I have more of them up here. I just grabbed, like, a handful, because I do have a lot. I think I have, like, 10 or 15 of these. Various colors and top coats. Mostly I have like the top coats. The only colors I really have are like, I have the blue. I think this is their indigo. Wait, where was it? Yeah, indigo away. So it's like a bluey purple. And then the black. And then everything else they have is basically like the glitters and top coats and stuff. But yeah, I like those. I definitely would buy more. I'm curious if I did get the wrong base coat with the wrong label, because I've heard nothing but good things about the base coats. And, yeah, that doesn't work for me. Alright, so another thing that I've got here is a highlighter from JD Glow. Now, I actually have two of these, but I have to declutter the other one. It ended up being way too dark for me. These are their highlighters. This is the color Synopsis, which is a, like, blue shift. It's like, it's glittery, it's blue, I feel like it has a little bit of like a light green. I have no idea if you're gonna be able to see it. I really love this highlighter. Love, 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 love that highlight. The other one I got, I think it was called like Hey Daddy. It was just too dark for me, so I'm giving it to a friend who has darker skin than me. So it'll get use, but just, yeah, this is what I kept. I do fucking love this. I definitely would buy more as long as I could tell that it was light enough for me. Yeah. We'll continue on with highlighters. The Kaleidos highlighters, I have a bunch of them. I had bought the kit. I don't remember. This may have actually been really late in 2019 that I bought it, but I feel like I didn't start using them until 2020. I honestly cannot. Some of these purchases are like that, where I can't quite remember exactly when I bought them, but I figured it was close enough to 2020 if it wasn't in 2020. So yeah, all the Kaleidos highlighters, I fucking love these. They're beautiful. I want the new ones. I also have their multi-chrome highlighter, which, because these all came as a set, and then this is their new one. I'm actually wearing this on my lid today and as my highlight. So I used the glitter glue and just packed this on all over the lid and on the inner corner and like underneath, and then it's also my highlight, which I don't know if you can see. But yeah, I love this. I was slightly worried that it was going to be a little bit too dark for me, but no, it's not. It packs on really nicely, as you can see on the lid. Like, it looks really opaque when you put it on a glitter glue, but you can also, you know, it's a highlighter, so you can use it a little bit more, like, translucently. Is that a word? We would definitely buy those again and would definitely recommend all of those. Fucking adore them. I also just bought the Angelica Nyqvist collab palette, the Club Nebula. I'm so excited to get that. That green that's in there, I'm ready. So for my birthday, my mom had bought me these blush and highlight duos from Chantecaille, which are ridiculously expensive, but sharks are my favorite animal. So when I showed her this packaging and was like, oh my god, I want it because sharks, she got them for me. And she went ahead and got both of them. I love these. They're so cute. I definitely would say that these aren't, they're not my favorite highlighters because they're very subtle. I still use them on days that I'm maybe not really wearing makeup, but I'm still gonna like stream, so I will grab these and throw on a little bit of the blush and a little bit of the highlight because they are more subtle. The blush I have been able to build up a bit, but I feel like the highlight stays pretty subtle no matter how much I build it up before it gets like where you could tell, you know the stripe. But for the packaging, I'm not mad, and part of the proceeds went to animal charity, so I'm not mad at that, and they were a gift from my mom, so overall, really happy. Side note, these are actually the second set of these same ones that I got, because when I opened the first one, was it the blush or the highlight? I don't remember. One of the little like cakes of product fell out. So I messaged them, and instead of sending me just a new one of that one or sending me a refund or whatever, they just sent me my order completely new again. So I ended up giving the other ones to a friend, and yeah, really good customer service. Like, I didn't have to send photo proof or anything. Like, they just like were like, yeah, okay, your product is messed up, here's a replacement. I didn't have to jump through hoops. Fucking fantastic. Loved that. I didn't get to use these until like really late 2021, because you know they just came out. They were the holiday release from Melt, but my mom bought them for me, and her whole thing for buying me makeup for Christmas, the Chantecaille stuff was for my birthday, but all the makeup she bought me for Christmas, I wasn't allowed to use until Christmas. So I've had these palettes since they released pretty much. Like, she put the money in my account for me to go buy them. And I bought them, sent them to the house and everything, and I just wasn't allowed to touch them. So, thanks, Mom. I do like these. I have complaints, though. Real quick rundown. These two shades are virtually the same on the lid. I'm actually wearing them today, and I wish that one of these mattes had been more of a pure red. You know, like a pure blood red matte. And then this one, when it's on the eye, it loses that kind of like oxblood look that it has here, and it gets to be more of like a purpley brown, you know? Still like the shade. The black seems really nice. I used the red shimmer the other day, liked that. I haven't used the grays yet, or this dark red, or that yet, or the silvery color. I haven't used those yet. But overall, I do like it. I just wish that they had changed that, the color story a little bit. It's repetitive. And honestly, the same goes for this. I really wish that we had had like a matte moss green instead of the two purples. I kind of get what they were going for with having the two different purples so that you'd have one to blend out the other one, but like you could just apply the darker one a little bit lighter handedly, you know, to blend it, you know? And then these two, it's kind of the same thing. Like, we could have had more variation in here. I haven't used these shimmers as much. I'm looking forward to using this one, but I haven't used it yet. I did use this one, really liked this one. Yeah, I'm happy to have these, and I think my favorite part of these, this is probably going to sound a little silly, these came with film slides, right? You might not be able to see them super clearly without something behind them. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better there. So here's a shot from the waiting room. And then here's a shot from the graveyard, the figurine graveyard. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with these. I'm thinking I want to put them in a shadow box with some kind of LED panel behind them so that they glow from behind. Because these are just so fucking cool. I'm so happy to have these. Let me just like set these up here. So, yes, I have problems with the palettes, but overall I'm happy with the collection as a whole. I'm definitely gonna use these. They're gonna stay in my collection, even with the slight complaints that I have. Yeah, so I'm happy overall with these. So actually, I think I bought the actual palette this year from Adept Cosmetics on Amazon. So in here, I have a bunch of JD Glow. Okay, so my multi-chromes all along here are JD Glow. And then these, I can't, that one's a little hard to get to. Okay, these are all JD Glow too. Though I think some of these bigger ones down, okay, yeah, this one's Chaos Cosmetics, but I think these two are JD Glow as well, these two down here. But yeah, everything here except for this little random, oh shit, I just dug my fingernail into that. This little random square, all of that was purchased this year. I fucking love these. The multi-chromes I've used, I haven't gotten a ton of use out of them just because I feel like they are a little bit more difficult to use, so I have to be like really in the mood to like want to play with a finicky shadow, but they are beautiful. Another little customer service story though, JD Glow, I had ordered all of these, right? They had sent me 2 of this one, I forget the names of these, but they had sent me 2 of this, and they had missed on sending me this like green one, right? I emailed them about it, and they asked me to send a picture of my invoice and a picture of all of the shades together, showing that I had doubles of this one, and then they sent me the new one. So really happy with that. Totally understand them needing me to like verify that yes, this is what I purchased and I didn't get what I ordered. Super, super good customer service with JD Glow. Yeah, really, really happy with that. I don't think there's anything in here that I bought this year. As far as this palette, I do believe I like this better than another Adept palette I'm gonna show you. However, if there was one thing different on that other one I'm gonna show you, I would like that one better. This one is easier to open, though you do need a lot of space because it's just, you know, it's a lot. That's a lot. I trust this. Like, I trust that if I were to drop it, like, the palette's not gonna, like, shatter or nothing, you know, because it's cardboard. Also, these things are in no order. I don't know if I mentioned that at all yet. I got the Star Wars Mandalorian palette. I like it. I like it. I do kind of wish this green here was maybe like another matte, because I feel like, one, it has the glitter in it. Two, I feel like once blended out, like, is there really that much of a difference between these two? Like, they could have given us like a deeper, darker, like mossy green maybe? Something, I don't know. But overall, I think that this is a really cute palette. I definitely am going to get a lot of use out of it because I don't really have similar green tones to this. Like, I have other kind of swampy greens, but not a lot in like the shimmer formula with the greens. And then I kind of don't have another green that's like this like muted minty shade. So definitely like it, and it's Star Wars themed, so that's cute. So my friend bought me this. I was so excited. So this is the Whale Song palette from Menagerie. I had been wanting this for so long, and it just kept being sold out. And then my friend Rachel, Intraventus on Twitch, she bought me this, which was so fucking nice of her. And I love it. It's so pretty. It does stain like a motherfucker, but, you know, a lot of pigmented shadows do that, so I don't really give a shit. Big fan of Menagerie. I definitely am sad that I missed out on the Violet Ink palette. I wanted it. It was on my list of what I wanted to get in 2020, but I wasn't able to get it before it sold out. And then I got the At Forest Sight palette from the Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop collab. So as far as this goes, it's a little bit more neutral than what I normally go for, but I do really like the purpley and the green, blue, whatnot. I kind of wish there was a lighter shimmer in here, but I mean, it's ColourPop, so I can always like swap out a shade if I really want to, or I can just deal with it and grab something else. It's not like I don't have enough singles. So like, I'm not concerned that it's not my like ideal perfect palette. It is cute. I do like it. The theme, like, I look at this and I do feel like inspired, and I do want to use it just from the cover alone. So yeah, definitely like it. I've actually used this green and blue a lot. I will say I feel like these greens and blues do a little bit better if you like pack it on and like leave it. So like, the way that I've used them is I've done like my blended outer corner area and tried to keep the lid clean where I was gonna put this, and then just packed that on the lid, and that worked best. I felt like it got a little bit patchy. Now this could have just been like the way that I was like setting my eye or the brush I was using or what, but if you like do a little bit of blending and then do your packing, I feel like that looked better for me, and it worked really well. So the Violets by Juvia's, I don't like this purple. It didn't work for me. I need to use this more. This might be the first Juvia's palette that I'm gonna declutter. This is one that I wanted to love because, again, I wasn't able to get the Violet Ink palette from Menagerie Cosmetics, so I looked at this as like to fill that void, right? Something about these mattes didn't really work for me, and I don't know why, because normally I really like Juvia's mattes. Like, I have a ton of Juvia's Place palettes, but yeah, this one might get decluttered. It's definitely on the list of things that I need to like use a bunch to like really make that decision. So I'm actually gonna put that in my little void shelf here that's full of stuff that I'm needing to figure out if I want to declutter. And when I bought that, I also bought the Berries by Juvia's. This worked a lot better for me, but it's also one that I haven't used a ton. I don't know. It might end up getting decluttered. Like, I haven't even used this at all, and I'm just now noticing actually that that's a duochrome, so I do want to mess with that. I think when I use this, I'd use that color. Yeah, I normally like my shimmers to not necessarily be like these really deep, dark jewel tones unless there's a flip to it or it's really extremely reflective. And I didn't feel like this was super reflective. But yeah, again, I need to work on using this some more so I can make that decision on if I'm keeping it or not. I wouldn't buy them again. If I was given the option to like buy it again, I wouldn't. This is the other big ass singles palette that I had bought from Adept Cosmetics. My complaint with this palette is they are a bitch to open because it's really flat right here. And I have to like put it in my lap just to keep it secure, right? Because if, maybe I just do it like this. Like, I feel, it's so weird. I feel like sometimes I have to like really put a lot of pressure on it and then other times it just pops open super easy. So in here are all of my Terra Moon cosmetics. I've got several of their collections. I've got their initial neon collection, not the current one, but the original neons. And I have, what were these called? Like the Galaxy? I think these are called like the Galaxy or Nebula or something. And then I had their pastels. And then I don't remember what these are called, but these are all of like the duochrome toppers here. Really, really, really happy with all of these. I want more from Terra Moon. I fucking adore this formula. These are great. Super happy. As far as the palette itself, I don't know. I like it, but I feel like the design could be a little bit better. I also feel like if I were to drop this one because of it being hard plastic, that it might shake up my shadows more and risk breaking them a little bit more and potentially bust the palette easier. So I think if I were to order more palettes from Adept, I think I would go with this book instead. Plus, the book is a little bit smaller, but I feel like it does hold a little bit, like a kind of a similar amount. And they're like basically the same thickness too, really. I'm gonna keep both of them, unless like I find something else that's like this big to replace this that I like better, that's easier to open, then I'm keeping them. So I had bought the LA Splash Classic Horror Palette. This is 100% a purchase based on the packaging. I love horror. It's an all matte palette. I've used the purples, or the purple, the black, oh god, was it the red? I think I've used these three. So I definitely need to go in and like use more of these. I don't think I've used the blues. I don't think I've used, well, I might have used that green actually. Yeah, these like pinks and orange I haven't. So I definitely like need to test this out more. I'm happy I have it just because like the packaging is so cute. So this I'm kind of like, I would buy it again just based on the packaging and the colors that I used were like, okay, the formula's not amazing, but it's definitely usable. One thing that I don't regret even slightly and would absolutely 100% purchase again and I love are their horror lipsticks. I love these things. I fucking love these. The caps are so goddamn cute. Hold on, let's zoom in. Do you see? They're so cute. All of the horror babes. Like, come on. Come on. I love them. I love them. I love them so much. Okay, so with these, they are definitely a matte, liquid to matte lipstick. If you don't like a liquid lipstick, you are not gonna like these. They are a little bit drying, but I just counter that by using either the Sugar Advanced Therapy lip balm or like whatever other lip balm. You just put something like nice and like balmy underneath, and these fucking last and they look great. And I will say the smell is a little bit weird. They almost smell like woody. I don't know. Something about it smells like I've walked into a shop that has a lot of like hand-carved wood things and maybe some like slight hints of incense. I don't know why that's what like the vibe these give me are, but like it just is. My favorite of these are the two purples, the dark purple and then the more like pure purple. love them. The gray is beautiful, just all of it. All of it, it's so good. I love them so much. I'm so happy with those. I got the Kaleidos Lunar Lavender palette. So again, this is something that I asked for Christmas, so my mom gave me the money and I bought it, and then I wasn't allowed to use it until Christmas. I haven't gotten a ton of use out of these yet, but so far so good. Really, really love these like glittery shimmers. I think that's probably my favorite part of Kaleidos is their shimmer formula. Like the mattes are fine, the mattes are great and all, but like their shimmers and metallics are just chef's kiss. I've got the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette, which I wish the packaging wasn't as bulky. Like I kind of feel like, why did it need to be as thick? Like it's nice, it feels good, but like I feel like they could have thinned out the bottom a little bit, you know? Yeah, that's my only real complaint, is just the packaging isn't ideal. I do like that it will like stand up. I've used the green shimmers in here. Love the green shimmers. I used this matte, and that's all I've really gotten to use from this palette so far, but I'm really liking it. And again, in case this part got cut off, I got these for Christmas for my mom. So these are really, really new to me, because again, just like with the melt palettes, she basically gave me the money and just told me to buy them and ship them to my house. So I wasn't allowed to use them until December, you know, until Christmas. And I was a good child and I listened, okay? I want to love these. I want to love these. I don't know if it's user error or what. I feel like every time I use these, they don't look as good as what I see online. And I really think that it's user error. I don't want to blame the palette necessarily, because I know that Sugar Pill is like a cult fucking classic, right? People love Sugar Pill. They're supposed to be super pigmented and beautiful. And I just feel like when I use these, I don't feel like they're popping like they look on other people. I don't know. I need to play with them more. I like them. I like the idea of them. I don't know if I'm sold on them yet. I haven't used the blushes as blushes yet, so I can't comment on that. Which the bigger pans here are the blushes, if you didn't know. Like I used this inner corner color. I feel like this isn't as stunning as like a transformative shade. Yeah, like that's really lackluster. Let me actually, my Terra Moon. Let's find, are you similar? I think you are. The middle one is the Sugar Pill, and then the outer one is the Terra Moon. And I hope you can see that the Terra Moon one is a little bit more sparkly and a little bit more reflective. And they're basically the same like tone of color, right? I have found them to be a little bit underwhelming, but I'm still gonna use them for a while longer, see how I feel about them. This palette is the Spectral palette by Linda Hallberg. This, my friend Rachel, the one who bought me the Whale Song palette, she bought me this too. I do like this palette, though I have kind of accidentally given myself a little bit of hard pan into this tealy shade here. This silver is fucking beautiful. I love this silver. It's very, very, very glittery. And it's a little bit chunky-ish. Chunky makes it sound gross, but like, it's gorgeous. It is really, really pretty. If I want a glittery silver, like that is the one. That is gorgeous. So love that shade. Like I have metallic silvers that are just like sheer blinding reflective. That's not what this is. This, it does reflect, but it's definitely more glittery. Overall, I definitely like this palette. I don't think I would go out of my way to buy it again if something were to happen to this, but I'm definitely not upset that I have it. I like it. Like I said, I really like the silver. God, my brain is just blanking so bad today. Okay, so I got the Midas Cosmetics Smoky Glow palette. I'm pretty sure this was this year, right? This might have come out late 2019, right? I feel like this is a 2020 palette for me though. like I had just gotten it. Like, I'm pretty sure I got this while I was in quarantine. It feels like I did. Close 2020 or in 2020, I got the Midas Cosmetics Smoky Glow palette. Another customer service story. When I got this, there was like something really wrong with one of my shades, and I had sent video to their customer service of like the palette being busted up and stuff. And they not only refunded me, but they sent me a new palette. Which, for an indie brand, like, that is above and beyond. Like, that was so nice of them. Really, really adore this brand. Not just because of that. Like, I have like the Lemonade palette, which is super cute. And I have their Love is Love palette. And I do enjoy this palette. This shade over here, Nutty, is fucking beautiful. Like, I'm happy to have this entire palette literally just for that shade. Yeah, really, really love this. Really super happy with the Midas customer service, and will absolutely buy more from them. I'm pretty sure I got this in 2020, but again, this might be late 2019, and I'm just not remembering right, but I got this in PR. What the fuck? I know. Who the fuck am I to be getting PR? But I got this in PR. Urban Decay sent this to me. How they found me, I don't know. I was just emailed my Twitch streaming business email, and they asked if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah. So I have this. I have a lot of disappointment with this palette. I don't understand why they basically reissued the electric palette, right? This could have been so amazing and like such a good like sister palette to the electric palette for those people who still had the electric, because they discontinued that one. But there's so many repeat shades, and I have the electric palette, and I just feel like that was a missed opportunity there. And I feel like in comparison to a lot of my indie brands, there's a lot to be desired here. Don't think I'm ever gonna declutter this just because it's my first PR. So I had bought the Fade into Hue palette from ColourPop. If you are buying this palette for this green, run, get away. Do not, This green is fucking awful. This is the worst green in my entire collection. It's horrible. I'm sure there's Claire's makeup that is better than this dark green, which is so disappointing because it's such like a pretty, like, bright grass green that I don't think I really have another like bright grass green like that in my collection. So that was really disappointing. Another thing is I feel like they could have added like a pure red. So they could have done like this light pink, right? Left out the glitter, because we already have like a really like, not a pressed glitter, but like a glittery shimmer here. They could have done a light pink, a more hot pink, so moved that up. This color here, and then bam, a red, like a pure red. So I feel like that was a little bit of a misstep, but overall, I have enjoyed this palette, other than that green. Fuck that green. Fuck you. Fuck you. Everything else, great. Good job. Like it a lot. Like, I'm glad that I have it, for sure, but fuck that green. Oh, this palette. Okay, this is a regret. I regret buying this. This is Suva Beauty Hypercolor palette. I thought that this was gonna be so much cooler than it really is. I can't seem to really get a lot of these shades to work well for me. I definitely want to try more, especially with this red. I definitely want to try more. I'm not giving up on the palette yet. These toppers, fucking fantastic. Love these toppers. If I ever go to get rid of this palette, I'm shredding it and stealing these toppers out of it. Just saying. I do like, they are like a really chunky formula though. They're similar to the Terra Moon, but Terra Moon is like way creamier. These are definitely a different texture. Like once they're on the eye, like these are more textured than the Terra Moon ones are. But I do wish that I hadn't bought this, especially since I have the Terra Moon. I haven't used them in a UV glow capacity either. I had potentially considered doing some kind of UV paint stream, like not UV paint stream, but like some kind of like fun like skull look or something that used a black light as my light for my Twitch stream, which I might still do, and hopefully these would come in handy for that, but I don't know. I haven't tested like the UV glow property of these shades, so I can't really speak to that. Definitely was not a necessary purchase. Definitely isn't something that I would buy again, though I don't see myself decluttering it because of the potential for costume makeup. Alright, so y'all remember those giant-ass Norvina palettes? Yeah, well, I bought the little minis. Was not sure if I would enjoy the formula, because traditionally, ABH has not been my favorite formula. The only ABH palette that I like truly love is the Jackie Aina one. The other ones that I've had, and I've had Subculture, I've had the Prism palette, I have the Modern Renaissance, and the Sultry. Yeah. I don't love them. I don't know what it is. Like, I know they're cult classic and that people adore them, but something about them, it's just, it's kind of boring to me, but also they don't seem to, like, work that amazingly. I don't know. I wanted to really like these because they're super colorful. They don't seem to last on my lid for very long. Like, I feel like this right here, this green, is beautiful, right? When I wear it, I have to reapply it, like, a lot, because it just disappears. I don't know where the fuck it goes, but it's not on my eyelids anymore, and that's very disappointing. And then this is a pressed glitter here, which is kind of meh. I feel like if I'm gonna use a pressed glitter, it's going to be something that's really bright, and this is kind of like a really dark pressed glitter, so I haven't quite figured out a way to make it look good on me. I don't know. Definitely would not repurchase these at all. Definitely do not want to buy the giant Norvina palettes anymore, because one, they're fucking huge, and two, it appears that the formula does not work on me, or at least it's not something that I enjoy, so at least I spent less overall to figure that out. And then I've got the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette, which the packaging just so good. So good. I love me some spooky bitch themed palettes. This color here, love that. This purple, love that. Love this. Adore the packaging. Would absolutely buy that again. I got the Crystal Zodiac palette. The original Zodiac palette is one of my absolute favorite palettes. Love, love, love that thing. Unfortunately, it arrived with 2 shades broken, so like, there we go. Very, very sad. They showed up broken, and I put in a ticket and was basically like told, oh well, so not loving BH Cosmetics' customer service with that. That was a little like, okay, so then I just repressed them. I will say that of the Zodiac palettes that I have all 3 of the big ones. This is probably my least favorite, or the least reached for. I like the colors in it, but it's like the one that I reach for the least. I have the Kaleidos eye primer. I am liking this. Yeah, this seems to work really nicely. I feel like my eyeshadow has been lasting pretty well. I do feel like the packaging, sometimes when I take the cap off, there's like some excess product that was like squeezed out, and I don't know if it's because I was storing it like this and then it just kind of leaked. So I've just been storing it like this way, and maybe that seems to help. I haven't had this that long yet, because this was again something that I got for Christmas. So I'm still kind of figuring out the odds and ends of that. And then I got this lip oil. The only subscription box that I have anymore is the Walmart beauty box, which is like $5. And they send you like lotions or bath bombs or like lip products or whatever. Like sometimes they're full size too. Like this is a full size like lip oil. I really like this lip oil actually. It smells good and it does feel really nice on the lips. I kind of will wear this like after I take off my makeup. I'll pop this on if I'm going to be like playing more video games or like watching TV or whatever for a while. I'll just have this lip oil on. I'll also sometimes wear this a little bit before I put on my makeup, and then I'll just like dab off most of it and then put on, you know, my makeup and my lipstick. So I'm liking that. I don't know that I would go out and buy it myself though, you know? And then I guess the last like purchase that I've made, I bought a kit of these silicone brushes. There's more of them. I have one in my bedroom that I use for one of my sleeping masks for my lips, and I use this one for my glitter glue. So I'll use this, like I'll squeeze the glitter glue out of the tube and I'll use this to scoop it up, and then it's like a little paddle, like I literally will just pat it on, and like it helps me get like a nice sharp edge on where I want the glitter glue to go, so I can be nice and precise. And I can even use this then to like dip into the glitter and press it wherever I'm putting it. This little paddle is fucking fantastic. I love that. This bigger one I use for like my creams, so like, you know, moisturizers and stuff. I'll scoop it out, dab it on my face, and then I'll rub it in with my hands. That way I don't get like the grime specifically from my fingers like into the container, and also I don't get product under my fingernails, which is like a really big pet peeve of mine. I don't like how it feels. It's just, it grosses me out. So yeah, I love these paddles. And then this one, it has lip balm on it because I just used it. But this little one right here, I used to dig into like my balm jars. And then I have this little dude, which has been nice for like little detail work, right? Like if I'm doing a liner and I need like dots or whatever, I'll use this. That's pretty much everything beauty related that I bought in 2020, or at least close enough to 2020 that it feels like I bought it in 2020, so we're just gonna roll with that. I don't really have too many like regrets. I like the majority of what I bought. I didn't really buy too many duds, except for maybe this and the fucking green and the fucking ColourPop Fade into Hue palette. Fuck that green. That green pisses me off. It's so bad. That's everything. This is gonna be a long fucking video, so let's just do a real quick outro. So, yeah, if you want to sub, feel free. If you want to go follow me on Twitch, feel free. You can also find me on Twitter, and I'll have all of that linked below. Yeah, okay, bye!